Good morning, everybody. Today we are doing Gus from Cinderella. So we'll do the ink first, the drawing, and then the color. And I thought I'd do this one. It's a pretty simple one, a couple big circles, and then just filling in the details. Yesterday we did Rapunzel. So check that video out if you haven't already. Give the channel a quick subscribe and check out my books if you have some time on josephstevenson.com. And let's get going. All right, so Gus is one of my favorite characters on Cinderella because he's just kind of goofy. And that makes him fun. So he's pretty simple shapes to draw. So this lesson should be hopefully pretty fun and not too difficult to do. So let's start with a circle. I'm gonna do a big circle, just like that. This is gonna be Gus's belly. And then after we have that circle, we're gonna do another circle for his head, but it's not gonna be right on the top of this. It's gonna overlap some. So, and just a little, but we'll essentially wanna do a circle that comes around like that. And you can just, you can always stop it halfway because it's not gonna be a full circle. And then when you stop it, once you come up on this side, you just turn and go up. And then same over here, come through over here, and you turn and go up like that. And then we can finish off his head if we keep following this one up here. And then just curve it down like that and in. That's gonna give us his little hat. Kind of fun. Okay, so now down here to where this circle is, that's his shirt. Goes like down like that. And we just add in a little pleat here. And then we're gonna come down like that, because his shirt doesn't quite fit right. And just over. And then keep that circle going, come down, but when we get to about here, we're gonna come in, because he's got his little foot. So then, we'll just follow the outline of this circle around, and right to that shirt. Just like that. And that'll give us kind of the circle exactly where his belly is, but also give us his leg. So back up here where we kind of went up a little, let's do his arm. So with his arm, we go into the shirt a little, and then we just curve up. Just draw a curved line like that. And then we can come over here to where we have his head comes down. And we're gonna just do another curved line that comes like that. And that's gonna give us his little hand. With hands, they're a little bit tough, but I'm gonna just do his thumb first. Draw his thumb, and it looks basically like that. And then I can just add in little fingers. Since he's a mouse, I'm not gonna give him five fingers total. I'm gonna just give him 4. I'm just gonna make them very cartoony and not super realistic, because he he's a mouse, right? So it doesn't have to be. Just like that. All right, I think that looks pretty okay. Let's go over to where his other arm is going to be. So over here, before I do the other arm, let's add his nose, and his nose is just a circle right here. Done. We got his nose done. That was easy, right? And then over here where his hat is, let's see. Just up like that. We need to have his eye. Maybe we do his full nose. So to do kind of the entire nose, just do a curved line like that. And then down here, we're going to curve down. This. And once we get to about right here where it's lined up with that, we'll turn and go up there, and then just add in a little line for the smile. Too difficult, right? And we'll add in one more line like that. So a curved one here and a curved one here. And then one big curved one like this. It's essentially going to give us his eye. There we go. There's one eye. And then over here, let's do the other one. A little bit smaller. So that way it looks kind of like his, this side is closer to us than his other side. So just a little smaller. His pupil right there. Let's give Gus a couple of eyebrows. Eyebrow there. And an eyebrow here. I'm just gonna do thick lines like that. And then he's got some little hair that comes down here. The hair comes right through here, right across like that. Then Gus has these big old floppy ears. So they start out real small right here by the head. You draw a line that kind of curves down and then curves under and up, kind of like what you would imagine drawing a big elephant ear. Just like that on that side. And then over here, we're just going to go up, create a little hoop, and down like that for that ear. Now, I think Gus's hat needs to be a little taller. So I'm going to just erase that. I'm going to follow this line up a little. And then just redraw like that. That's why I like doing pencils, because it's very forgiving. We can come back and fix it if we don't like exactly the way it turned out, right? So, not that I didn't like it, I just think he needs a bigger hat. All right, so now we'll come back over here. I'm gonna start right about here on his ear and just do a little curved line out there. And then we'll come down here and like that. And same thing we'll do is thumb first. I'm just doing curved lines and just little sausage fingers, just in and out. It doesn't have to be, they don't really need to be realistic because he is a cartoon mouse. So there we go, just little fingers that kind of come in and out like that. I'm doing these little lines on his palms just to give us that little extra of detail. All right, with his foot, you're gonna just do a big oval down here, like that. But then when we get to the end of the oval right here, we're gonna just add a small little bump, just like that. And then come up here, and he's looking at his feet. So we're gonna just add in a couple lines like that. And then another oval, but we're gonna bring it up like this. And instead of connecting, we're gonna add a little divot right here and then bring it up. So it's almost like a little peanut. And then again, a little bump there. That way he's checking out his feet and he's like, hey, he's pretty cool. All right, should we add some ink in? I think so. Let's get our thicker pen. Very thick pen. And we're gonna just outline everything that goes on the top first. So I know his nose is gonna be out here. So do that. Fill all his nose in. Just put his eyes, since we're right here. And we're just having a good old time. Just goofing off this morning. Do his eyebrow. That, and let's do this eyebrow, just like that. His hair, there we go. Got a little bit of hair going on. Do his face over here. Let's do this ear. This ear comes out right on the top. I'm gonna just do the top first because I want to make sure I don't accidentally draw over the top of a line that I shouldn't have. Just like that. And let's do his chin all the way around like that. Nose. Got this little smile going on. Gus is always happy. Except for when he's got to deal with Lucifer. Then he's like, nope, nope, nope. How's that? Is that a pretty good impression? Maybe I'll work on it. Alright. Do his fingers. Remember, drawing should be fun, so don't worry if you are like, oh, it doesn't look exactly like that, or, you know, don't forget to have fun with it. You can always practice and get better. So, I'm always messing up my drawings all the time. It's been a little while, I guess, since I have messed up in a way that I didn't want to post the video. But I only do the drawings once. Like it's like a one try thing, so I don't edit it, I don't like redo the drawing if it doesn't turn out exactly like I want. So yeah, I mean, I've been practicing for years and years and years, so I may not have big old mess ups, but yeah, I guess what I mean is I kind of believe what I'm saying, where I just have fun with it and I don't worry about it being perfect, and you know, that's just kind of how I think you ought to do art. So, don't worry about it. Have fun. Don't worry about it being perfect or anything else like that. I am just filling in all these pencil lines. Just having some fun. Alright, I think I got them all. Gus Gus is looking kind of like Gus Gus. Alright, let's see. I'm going to take my marker and just fill in his eyes real quick. I don't know that there's a whole lot of dark on Gus. I think it's just the eyes, but if I use my marker, I can be done as fast as I say, let's do it. I'm gonna take my other pen that is a little thinner. I think that's good. I actually have one that, yeah, I'm gonna use this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add in a few lines to kind of make him look like he's got some hair. So really, any of these major ones, like especially here, I'm gonna just add in a little hair. Oh, you know what? I didn't fill in Gus's eyebrows. Those are dark too. Thought I had more than his eyes, but I was like, nope, that's it. Don't forget the eyebrows. Those are also dark. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right, so come back here. I'm just gonna add in, by kind of adding in these little extra lines, it just, Gus is a mouse, which means he's supposed to be all furry. So adding kind of some of these lines in like this, that's gonna give him that furry look. So I'm gonna just go through my major ones, just add in a few lines like that. Nothing super unexpected or anything, just fun. Down, and add a few right here. Let's see, let's do this arm down here. On the hand. That's good, that's good. Also gives him kind of this Disney animated look going on, you know? And a little down there. All right, now let's do some shading. So let's assume the shading's coming from over there. So I want to add in just a few lines that are gonna make it look like the light is coming from this side. So for instance, I'm going to go right down there, go right across this ear, like that. I think maybe just a few in between here. More than likely most of his face, but down here, he's definitely got some shading in here. Some shading across his little belly. Maybe a little bit under this arm. Definitely some on this leg and this foot. And this back leg. Let's make that kind of behind. So we're just adding some shade back here on this arm. Maybe this side of this foot. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe a little bit on this ear. And I think we're probably ready for some ink. So, or not some ink, some color. So, the main idea of the shading is that if the light is coming in from one side, it's going to cast a shadow on the other side. So for instance, I've got my lights on, and I don't know if you can see that super well, but you'll notice with my hand, the shadow's over here, and it's all light over here. So that's kind of a dramatic idea, but now if you look at my hand, and I've got the light pointed on it, you can see shadows on my fingers on the insides right here that are being cast, and then it's light on the other side. So do the same thing with artwork where you want certain shadows in certain areas and not in other areas. You know what? There's one thing I noticed. Can you catch it? I can see it. There's actually two things I forgot. So first of all, Gus has no sleeve. It looks like his shirt is his arm. So I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna just create a little sleeve for the guy. And then over here, same thing. But I also did not give this guy any whiskers. That's not cool. So I'm gonna go one here, one like that, one like that, and one like that. Can't believe I didn't give the guy any whiskers. How could I? How could I? All right, so I'm using a burnt orange. I know that doesn't sound like brown, but burnt orange is the color I'm gonna use for Gus's body, for his fur. I'm gonna use a wine red for his shoes and his nose. Okay. I'm gonna use it's called flesh color for his ears. Okay, I'll stick that over there. I'm gonna use a deep yellow that is gonna be for his shirt. And I'm gonna use this one, turquoise green light, for his hat. And I'm going to just do the hat first. Get those out of the way. So I'll do the hat first, just because I want to keep myself from getting my hand in the ink, if I can. It generally doesn't smear too much, but it is wet right in the beginning, so if I can keep my hand out of it, I think it'll not smear as easy. I'm gonna just knock out this hat first. All right, that was easy. Let's do his ears while we're hanging out up here at the top. So I'm gonna just go right over the top. It's kind of fun when you have those lines, it'll almost pop even more when you get the color in there. I love it. I love the way it looks. You don't have to use these exact colors. I'm just trying to get kind of a pink color for his ears, green for his hat, yellow for his shirt, brown for his body. All right. Ears are done, man. We're really cruising with this. I think, yeah, we can do the brown. I'm gonna probably just do his head first, and then we'll come back for the bottom part of his body. So to me, this doesn't really look like burnt orange, but I guess maybe this is what a burnt orange looks like. To me, it just looks like brown, but we're gonna go with it, huh? Why not? Burnt orange it is. Just fill this in. Down. I was a little hesitant to use this dark of a brown. I really like lighter colors, but after kind of looking at Cinderella movie and all that, I was like, you know, it really is kind of a darker brown. So we'll go with it. Down. Don't accidentally go into the t-shirt. I almost just did. And you would have had a brown t-shirt too. Let's see. Let's just come and do these hands real quick. Like that. And if the color is too dark, you can kind of cover up your lines. Like on this, I feel like it's pretty dark, but I can still see the ink through it. But I may come back with my pen or my marker and just darken up like his nose or something. We'll have to see. Now I'll just here. Yeah. There we go. All right, I'm gonna come back to that. Let's do his nose. It's a real dark red. Almost looks like the brown, but not quite. And we can do this foot over here. And use the other side. There we go. And now let's do the shirt. So we'll use this yellow, kind of a mustardy yellow. It's called deep yellow, but it's very like mustard to me. And around. Like Gus is all sorts of happy about this shirt and hat and shoes. Right now he's admiring his shoes. He's like, I'm part of the gang now. I've got clothes. This is awesome. All right, yellow's done. Let's do the right color. Let's do the rest of his body. I'm sitting here almost painting him red. Just come on down right next to the yellow. Like that. Here. All right, let's get this last foot. I think we're about done. So thanks for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Give the channel a subscribe if you haven't, so you can see the next art lessons. And head over to josephstevenson.com if you want to see some of my art books that I've got on there. Make sure you click on the free books. Sometimes if Amazon lets me, I put some free books out. And yeah, I hope you've had a lot of fun. there's Gus. There's our little Gus. So I will see you guys on the next lesson. Don't forget, always sign your artwork. That way you can be proud of it. So I'm gonna sign right there. Date it, and I'll see you in the next lesson.